Okay, I don't know if I really want to do this or if I'm even gonna upload this, but these are journals that I stumble into on Furaffinity. So let's go. This is called Story of How I Pooped My Pants Last Night. True story. Let's clean my glasses a little bit here. I had a really messy time last night, thanks to the support of my stinky pants buddy. I worked up the courage to mess myself, so slipped on a pair of boxers filled with kitchen/toilet roll and sealed around my legs, covered by another pair of boxers and toilet roll between them. After I sufficiently padded, I slipped on a pair of tight jeans. Oh god, that felt good. Bulged butt like a diaper under big boy jeans. For a while, I just enjoyed the feeling of being covertly diapered, trying to mess. But as I almost hit the point of no return in my living room, my brain kept saying, stop, or you'll poop your pants. Eventually I managed to trick my brain while standing in my bathroom that indeed my pants were actually my toilet. After forcing out the first warm log, I enjoyed the feeling of the fact that I had soiled my big boy pants with mush. There was definitely no going back now. I love the feeling of your brain finally letting go and first mush squeezing out of your cheeks. After that, I just stood there and pushed out a long line of squishy, mushy poo. The fact that I was in jeans made it so much better, and added to the feeling that I was a naughty cub having an accident and messing my big boy pants. The stink was fantastic, as I realized the load I had been holding in since the previous night into my underwear. The stink was fantastic as I released the load I had been holding in since the previous night into my underwear, the mush spreading down between my balls and ass squishing onto my cheeks. Up to now I was dry because I had peed earlier, to stop myself from peeing on the sofa if I went in the living room. But now I felt the urge so slowly wet myself. Pee soaking through my boxers as my crotch was not as well padded, and finally creating a spreading wet patch on my jeans crotch. By now my rump had quite a lot of mush, and I would probably have given up, but thanks to my skunky pal I wandered off a bit, enjoying the feeling of walking around fully clothed with a messy accident in my pants. I squatted in the bath on my knees, pressing back a little against my legs and feeling the squish. I strained and forced more mess out. The current stopped flopping lower to make room of the new coils of fresh dung. Then I pondered a little. The mess felt contained within the noticeable bulge, but like any good pants pooper, I just had to sit on it. I mean, just leaving it solid. Travesty. So I crouched down, grinned widely, and slowly sat, feeling the poop squelch and spread over my seat and butt like a warm mush. The feeling felt so good I wriggled about, smushing it around before standing up, moving it about using my paw on the back of my jeans sitting down. I repeated a few more times until my poop was totally mushed into the sticky paste over my ass and diaper seat, and sat there, the stink overpowering from the mushed up mess. I sat in the tub, murmuring and slowly peeing a little more. Pretty sure I managed to fully evacuate and content to sit in my own filth. After a while, however, I decided I wanted more mush, and after a long period of straining, finally managed to bring myself close to pooping. At first it was more like diarrhea, wet bubbles of mess splattering out of my new squatting position. Pee also forced out from the pressure of straining. After copious wet mush, I was very surprised to find myself forcing out another mushy log, murmuring as it filled the back of my pants more. After that I tried more, but only little bits came out, so after being labeled a poop machine by Skunky, I decided to make the most of my new poop. Sitting hard and going, boom on the stinky. I wiggled and squished in my pants for a while longer, mushing the seat around with my paws, sitting and wiggling, even squashing and rubbing my butt up against the wall. By now, about 3 hours had passed since I first sat on the living room and tried to go poopy. I decided to clean up and shower as it was getting late. I slowly pulled down my jeans, amazed to find that apart from the pee, they were unstained. I slipped these off and took off the outer boxers, happy to find they were mostly salvageable, but the loo roll had brown juices from the diarrhea. I slipped these off and binned the loo roll before admiring my second pair of boxers in the mirror. Thankfully, the loo roll had contained the mess, so I took the opportunity to take a few snapshots. I then hopped into the bath, for obvious reasons, and slowly slid into my makeshift diaper. Wow, there was so much messy mush in there. You could see where the poop had squelched out against the seat and dropped down. The mess was so hot, I took pics from all angles. Enjoying staring at my poop-loaded boxers, I slid them off and took more pics of the seat filled with mushed-up brown mess. Eventually, I got round to binning them and looked at myself in the mirror. God, my butt was caked in mush from all the sitting and grinding. Unable to resist, I took pics of my filthy ass before wiping it and taking a long hot shower. I binned the evidence, cleaned my jeans, and needless to say, came very hard that night. What?